Memorial High School on a Sunday as we have the 2019 TASO All-Star Volleyball games. First game will feature the Class 1 through 4 teams, East and West from the Rio Grande Valley, and as the two teams are out on the court, they'll be serving to warm up and get set to start this action. Schools representing in the Class 1 through 4 include Brownsville Jubilee, San Perlita, Raymondville, Santa Rosa, La Villa, Lightford, La Feria, Progreso, La Sara, Santa Rosa, Hidalgo, Zapata, Gruya, San Isidro, Idea Quest, Vanguard Far. Great matchup of girls that are out here on the court, and we want to appreciate everyone that's tuning in for our broadcast. Rudy Zamaripa Jr. on the camera on a Sunday. We have this one, which is the Class 1 through 4. We'll follow it up with the Class 5, and then we'll have the Class 6 to round it out. Scheduled start times are 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 4 o'clock respectively. As the two teams take their warm-ups, we'll run down some of the players and get you set for the opening serve. Again, coming from McCallum Memorial High School, it is the 2019 TASO All-Star Volleyball Games, Sub 4A, or Sub 5A. Back after this.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Thanks for watching Rio Sports Live.
Rio Sports Live, number 1.
There's a guy in the showroom that says he wants to trade in his ride.
And? Oh. Write him up.
Santa traded in his sleigh at Hacienda Ford, but he left all his presents in it. Now, Hacienda Ford is giving away all those presents to less fortunate families here in the Rio Grande Valley.
Hacienda has it.
Hi, we're Robert Bellows, Favorite Cats, and thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
Back here as they get set for the pregame festivities here for the Sub 5A East-West All-Star Game, sponsored by the TASO officials. And they are getting set to announce the players on the floor. Now, one thing I will warn you fans about is that from an announcer perspective, it's as most All-Star games are, they allow the players to wear their uniform numbers that they wore during the high school games, meaning we have a couple of number 2s on the East All-Stars, we have a couple of number 9s, number 11s, 13s duplicated, and on the West All-Stars we have 2 2s, a couple of 12s, a couple of 14s, and a couple of 15s. So we'll do our best to make sure we hit the right name. Fortunately, this year, I've done so many volleyball games that I've seen each of these girls that are on the All-Star games, and it'll be easier to call their names. We'll see if we can turn it over to the public address announcer, Mario Reyna.
Rivera. Santa Rosa High School number 16, Juliet Salce. And representing La Feria High School number 23, Tino Ortiz. This team is being coached from Santa High School, Coach Griselda Rubalacama. How about another round of applause for this team? Thank you. And now representing the Sub 5A West team, from Hidalgo High School, number 2, Carolina Carvajal. From Zapata High School, number 2, Cassandra Peña. From Hidalgo High School, number 3, Vanessa Espinosa. Wearing number 4, from Hidalgo High School, Soleil Garza. From Zapata High School, number 5, Emily Hill. Wearing number 6, representing Gruya High School, Ilani Solis. From Zapata High School, number 10, Christian Ramirez. Wearing number 11, representing San Isidro High School, Jordan Garcia. Wearing number 12, representing Idea West, Alexa Maciel. Also from San Isidro High School, number 12, Kenya Ortiz. Wearing number 14, from Idea West, Aisa Garcia. From Hidalgo High School, number 14, Melanie Salinas. Wearing number 15, from Gruya, Delani Galvan. And representing Vanguard 4, number 15, Cassie Munoz. The coach for this team is from Hidalgo High School, Katie Benavides. At this time, we would like for everybody to please rise and stand for the playing of the national.
Be back with the opening serve after this.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Hi, we're Mackay Bulldogs. Thanks for watching Real Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Hi, we're the Lady Tigers, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Be extra thankful this year with faster internet from VTX1. VTX1 Companies offers fast and reliable internet service throughout the Rio Grande Valley, even to some of the most remote areas. Take a slice off the cost with free installation. Gobble unlimited gigabytes with a service provider you can trust by calling 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Silent Night? Yeah, right. Get boomin' sound this holiday season from D-Tronics. Like this JVC package deal with an AM/FM CD player with front USB and aux input, 200 watts of power, and a pair of 300 watt speakers for the front of your ride, and a pair of 6x9 400 watt speakers for the rear. Only $89. Or get this Pioneer AM/FM CD player with front aux, remote control, 5-band EQ for just $59. Christmas at D-Tronics. For your auto, home, or business.
Hi, we're the South. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as we are set for the opening serve here on this Class 1 through 4A, the Sub 5A All-Star Game, sponsored by the TASO officials, 2019. Coming to you from McCalla Memorial High School. And again, fans, I appreciate each and every one of you that are joining in our game. If you're watching on our social media sites, on our Facebook site, please share the link, allow other fans to know these games are going on. And then follow and like our page, which helps our numbers grow. Now, we've had a ton of fans that have covered with us our volleyball coverage and stuck with us through thick and thin. When you wrap it all down and put it in a box for the 2019 volleyball season, remember, it was way back in the spring and summer that we began covering the summer volleyball leagues at Donna, and then picked up coverage in Edinburgh, carried it into the regular season, into the playoffs, eventually covering the final two teams in the playoffs representing the Rio Grande Valley. And here we are to wrap up the season with the All-Star. It's an honor to be a part of this. It's an honor to be a part of your life as you watch these games and a part of these athletes' lives as we get a showcase, at least their efforts on the volleyball court. On our YouTube channel, please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you will and help our numbers grow there. I would ask anyone that's watching on our social media, veer over to the YouTube. It is eventually where all of our games will go, on our YouTube channel and our Roku site. We are set to go. The East All-Stars in the blue uniforms and the West All-Stars will be in the red. And again, we have high schools: Jubilee, Brownsville, San Perlita, Raymondville, Santa Rosa, La Villa, Lyford, Progreso, Zapata, San Isidro, Idea Quest, Gruya, Vanguard, Far, Hidalgo, all part of this broadcast game. Serving back for the West All-Stars to start this off is Alyssa Garcia out of Idea Quest. And we are ready to go with the first game of the afternoon. It's served over, played by this East All-Star squad. They'll spike it down and in. Points scored. 1-0 East goes on top. You've got hitters all across the board. Daniel Rivera of La Sarra was able to put that one down to the first points of the game. Megan Kinney from San Perlita High School back to serve now for the East All-Stars. Kinney will put it into play with a deep serve to the middle. Off of Solis, that's an ace. 1-0 turns to 2. They double up the score. Kinney serving. She's got, again, hitters across that front line. Her team made a deep run into the playoffs for the San Perlita Trojans this year. We were there to cover them throughout the year. Serve across, played by Solis on the back row for the West All-Stars. Free ball coming up, and the pass is unable to control. And a point for the West All-Stars makes it 2-1. Reminding you, after this Sub 4A game, we'll have the 5A matchup, and then the 6A matchup wraps it up. Scheduled at 2 and 4 o'clock, respectively, in those games. Serve across by Solis as a line drive. Trevino there on the return. They'll get it to Trevino, hits it over. Played by the West All-Stars, looking to tie the game, middle. Tipped over, played by Ortiz, and a point scored on a kill that time by Melanie Salinas out of Hidalgo. Salinas with that height advantage in the middle for the West All-Stars. Another serve coming up. It's a deeper serve. Back row plays that for the East All-Stars. They'll play it off the net to Trevino. Spikes it to the back row. Solis there to dig it. They'll set it across the net. Spiked over on the east side. East All-Stars scored the first 2 points of the game. West now have answered. Now they have a chance here to set it up. Spike across by Espinoza out of Hidalgo. That goes out of bounds. East regains the lead at 3-2. Fans joining us here, please share the link, help other fans know these games are going on. A lot of times these All-Star games are played on these Sundays. And there's a lot going on with church, and then later the football games on the NFL. There's a ace served up for the East All-Stars, and it makes it 4-1. Check out a 4-2 game. Trevino, this is Nicole Trevino out of Progreso. Serve across. Played by the West All-Stars on the back row. Carbajal is there, but Salinas in the middle gets it over. High set, middle. Spiked over by Ortiz. Ball back over. Diving play made by Megan Kinney. This ball stays alive. West All-Stars attack again on the right side off a double block. Point scored for the East. They go up by 2. Net pressure that time. Garcia leading the charge on the front row for the East All-Stars. Serve across is in the net. Point scored for the West. Don't kid yourself. The West has plenty of firepower they can bring into this game. Already they have plenty of heavy hitters on the front row. Checking in right now is Emily Hill out of Zapata on the front row. There's a serve down the line. That's an ace as it catches the line on the sideline. 5-4 game. West All-Stars will score or serve again, trying to tie it up. Rudy Zamaripa Jr. on the camera with me. He was with me for most of the volleyball coverage. Another ace for the West, and it ties the game at 5 apiece. Vanessa Espinoza serving up the ace. Next serve across for the West All-Stars, a deeper serve. Back row can't play it. That's another ace, and the West takes the lead. Service run by Hidalgo Pirate Vanessa Espinoza. As Espinoza is ready to go with another. Now trying to build on a lead. First time the West has had the lead here in the game. Number 1 here on the contest. A high set this time off the net. Garcia puts it over. Salinas on the pass. They'll try to set it back up. Free ball for the East to work with. Bannock on the set to the middle. Back row attack. That's down and in. On the back row on the attack. Nicole Trevino out of Progresso finds a spot and ties the game. Substitution will check in for the West All-Stars. Meanwhile, the East All-Stars will serve it up. West there to play it on the back row. That's Cassie Munoz out of Vanguard Far back on that back row in the libero spot, middle back row. Set up in the center on the front row, spiked over, played by the East, and in the net it goes. The hit was just too good by Melanie Salinas, and the West All-Stars go up 7-6. More substitutions checking this game. Now checking in from San Ysidro is Kenya Ortiz. Check that this is Jordan Garcia. Garcia takes a place on the front row. High set off the net, played over on the west side. They'll set it up. Outside left, that's Hill. Down the cross, Emily Hill, that carries out of bounds. Tie game at 7 apiece. Fans tuning in, please let us know what the broadcast is going on here. Share the link. Serve across is a tie game. Played by the West All-Stars. They'll get it off the net. East with a good chance here to set up something to score. That pass leads to an errant set attempt, and out of bounds it goes. One thing about it that you have to concern yourself in an all-star game is that the passing sometimes, those setters aren't used to those players coming off that back row and knowing where they want those balls passed to so they can get in position to set it up. High set left side, spiked over this time. That's going to be a point scored for Kenya Ortiz, as the San Ysidro connection of Ortiz and Jordan Garcia on the front row pays dividends there. 9-7 game, that serve in the net. Gives the ball back to the East All-Stars. Modesta Garcia will check out of the game as the East All-Stars will substitute in. He's set on that serve. Serve across is good. That's an ace. An ace served up by Emil de Rivera out of La Villa. We're tied at 9. It's fun to call these names out. We called every one of these girls at some point in time in coverage of our broadcast this year. 9-9 game, a swing by Ortiz. Nice play on a dig on the back row by the East. They'll attack from back there. Ball across, West All-Stars set it up, second hit over. Kinney there to play it. Ortiz the set, center set, big swing, back row goes out of bounds. Trevino reached back for the extra, and Nicole Trevino just hits it out of bounds. 10-9 every play now. We're seeing substitutions. That's the depth these two coaches have the luxury of working with. KD Benavides out of Hidalgo, Coach Criselda Rubalcaba out of San Perlita, coaching the East All-Stars. West on the attack, trailing by 1. Get it over on the east side. Ortiz will set it up middle. Big set, big spike, down and in. Trevino puts it away. 10-10 game as Trevino was able to get the kill. East All-Stars to serve it up. Good crowd on hand here for the sub 5A game. They'll follow this up with a 5A game and then have the 6A All-Stars to wrap it up. Serve across, diving play made by the West. Keeps it alive. East plays it over on the second hit. Ortiz with the pass, nobody there. Ortiz with a pass, hoping she could get it to Jelani Galvan. Remember, fans, a lot of times these players have never seen the court with each other. A lot of them play together on club ball, so you do have an opportunity at times that they've played and they understand the mesh. 2-point lead now, and that's an ace served up for the East All-Stars as Fernanda Bannock out of Brownsville Jubilee serves up the ace. Timeout on the floor, 3-point lead. The All-Star game continues at the sub 5A level. TASO All-Stars 2019 from McCallum Memorial High School. This is Rio Sports Live. Back here on Rio Sports Live, Rudy Zamaripa. I was working with Billy Watson all week over at the La Feria tournament. Wow, what a job they did on covering that. So he's in church today. He may show up and take some photos, but he needs a break after covering that tournament the way he did. All across, that's another point score for the East All-Stars. West All-Stars will substitute in, now trailing by 3 at 14-11. East, Megan Kinney back to serve. Kinney out of San Perlita. Serves it on the back corner, played by the West All-Stars. Good pass, set to the middle, but a free ball for the East to work with. Off the net, Bannock sets it up middle. Swing across, that's out of bounds. Trevino mishits. Makes it 14-12. It's funny hearing stories from Rudy talking about him and Billy coming from rival schools when they played each other this week in that tournament. One was successful, one not. There's an ace served up for the West All-Stars, and it's a 1-point game, 14-13. Another serve across, that carries out of bounds. You can hear that extra hit on that. 15-13 game. Serve across by the East All-Stars. Played by the West off the net. Carbajal there to play that over. And it's out of bounds. Carolina Carbajal had an idea that time, the Hidalgo Lady Pirate. Couldn't get it to land in. Nicole Trevino Progresso will serve it up. Pass by the West All-Stars. They'll set it off the net. Two-handed over. East on the attack. Set up Modesta Garcia. Spikes it on the back row. Played there. Solis is there to help out Cassie. Get it back over. On the east side, Bannock will set it up in the middle. Tipped over the blockers. Covered nicely. A quick set by the West and scores the point. Salinas again on that front row. The luxury of height. 2-point lead for the East All-Stars. West will substitute in. Espinoza checks out. Checking in is Alexa Maciel to serve it up. East All-Stars will put it in the net. Back to a one-point game, and the Seal will have a chance to tie it up now for the West All-Stars. SEL out of idea. Quest serves it over. Played up near the net, and a point scored for the West. Ties it at 16 apiece. There's a big crowd here for the sub 5A. Next serve across. Deep serve. That's an ace served up by the West All-Stars. 17-16 game. A Seal ready to serve again for the West All-Stars in game one. Line drive, diving play by the East. Tipped over, that's in the net, called, and a point score to the West. They go up 18-16. We go to 25, win by 2. Here in these All-Star games. And they try to get them in the 2-hour span, keeping about 20 minutes in between games in order to get the schedule set up for the 4 o'clock starts. Ball back over on the west side, can't play it. Point scored for the East. East All-Stars right back within 1 at 18-17, and now they'll get to serve. Back to serve is Geno Ortiz out of La Feria. Geno Ortiz puts it across. A short serve played by the West. Garcia with a set off the net. Free ball for the East to work with. Kinney to pass. Hit across by Garcia, played by the West. At the net, point score. Again, it's Salinas out of Hidalgo. 19-17 the score. Checking in is Delani Galvan. She'll serve. Also checking in for the West All-Stars is Jordan Garcia. Galvan serves it down the line. Played by the East. Tipped over. West with a good chance here. Second hit over. Kinney there to play that. Garcia there to help out. Bannock puts it over. West All-Stars on the attack. Galvan, the setter, sets it up. Hill swings away. Played by Trevino on the back row for the East. Garcia puts it over. Played by the West All-Stars, leading by 2, looking to extend that lead. Hill puts it over. East trying to set up the attack. Ortiz sets up Garcia, punches it over down the sideline. Carbajal's there to play that for the West. Set up Hill again, swings across, it's out of bounds. Emile Hill from Zapata trying to go on that angle. 19-18. Back to serve is Juliet Salce from Santa Rosa. The Warrior puts it into play. Line drive serve. What a play by the West to keep that alive. Ball back over on the East side. Try to set it up. Ortiz from the back row. Tips it over. West with a good pass. Galvan the high set. Here's Garcia. Swings away. Played by Salce on a good dig. Kinney tips it over on the second hit. Point lead for the West All-Stars. Now substitute into the game. Checking in is Cassandra Pena. Pena out of Zapata will serve. Puts that across. And that's an ace. Pena serves up an ace. It's a 3-point lead for the West. Timeout called by the East. Game 1. It is competitive, my friends. They want to win. I know they're having fun, but bottom line is these are some competitors out on the floor. Back after this.
And offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Hi, thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Hi, we're the Real Grand City Rattlers. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind.
Back here on Real Sports Live after the timeout call. Jordan Garcia wins a battle at the net for the West All-Stars, and the San Isidro Lady Tiger is able to show what she could do throughout the season at that net. All-Stars from the West lead by 4. That's the biggest lead of the game for either team. East on the attack. Big swing out of the back row. Maciel's there to dig that. Ball up near the net. Free ball for the West, for the East that is. Garcia with a back set. Hit across on the west side. Galvan's there to play that. Set it up on the right side. Swing away. Back row there. Trevino, a nice dig. Ortiz with a back set. out of reach, and a point score for the West makes it 23-18. Coming to you from McAllen Memorial High School. Our thanks to the McAllen School District for assisting us in broadcasting this game. That up here momentarily. Serve across by the West All-Stars is an ace. West All-Stars now within a point of putting away game number 1. Put across, diving play by the East. That gets across through the rafters. That ball's in play as long as it doesn't touch the ceiling area. Ortiz plays it. East scrambling, down by 6. Ball back over on the west side. Galvan with a high set on a back set right side. Nice dig by the East. Second hit over on the west side. Ortiz there to play it. Galvan the set. Garcia punches it over the block. Kinney's there to cover that. High set back for Megan Kinney from San Perlita. Puts it over. East on the defense. West on the attack. Push it over. East on the attack. Keep it alive. Can't do it. West wins the game. The West All-Stars win game 1, 25-18. Game 2 coming up. The TASO All-Star continues after this.
Feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed, Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
We are the Patriots. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Silent Night? Yeah, right. Make your car rock this Christmas with a Kenwood AM/FM CD player with front USB and aux inputs, 200 watts of power, with DB Drive speakers for the front and rear of your ride, powered by a 1300-watt DB Drive Class D amp, and two 12-inch 700-watt subs. This complete booming system is just $299. Or get a Pioneer multimedia player with a 6.2-inch touchscreen, Bluetooth for just $149. Christmas at D-Tronics for your auto, home, or business.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.